just going to be sharing this message, and wherever it lands, and we'll just go from there, okay? So I want to share about when I quit my highly paying position and my very successful business with an MLM company. I quit network marketing, which was really scary at the time. I quit network marketing. I left a highly paying position to branch out on my own. And honestly, most people thought I was completely crazy. If you knew me back then and you were following my journey and you'd seen my business, you probably thought I was crazy as well. I mean, you probably, maybe, definitely are one of those people who thought this girl is mental, right? I mean, I was giving up a very decent paycheck. I was leaving a team of over 200 eager, beautiful, incredible women that I just adored. I was leaving behind monthly interstate travel, regular international travel. I was giving up guest speaking gigs. I was giving up this kind of like incredible lifestyle. Really, it was like, for all the ups and downs of being involved with an MLM and the growth that you get from it, the travel and the fun and the family and the champagne and high heels and nights out. It was an amazing lifestyle. And with that, and with the success that I had in the multi-level marketing, it came with this tiny iota, this tiny blip of fame. Not in a big way, not in a Kardashian, Nicole Kidman, Miley Cyrus way, but this tiny, tiny little blip of people knowing who you are. And I gave all that up. And people probably thought, and probably still think, that I'm pretty insane. And I know there's definitely some people still in that company and in that brand that think I'm crazy. But basically, you know, there was a lot of things contributing to why I left. But I would do it again in a heartbeat. I gave it all up and I would do it all again in a heartbeat. Because for a long time before I actually quit, took a step back, decided internally and made the decisions externally that this was not for me, I knew that it wasn't really what I wanted to do with my life. It wasn't what I'd fantasized about growing up as a little girl. I didn't want to spend the rest of my life in this cycle of products and showcases and demonstrations and wellness evaluations and trainings and recruitment. It was not how I wanted to spend the rest of my life. In those trainings and those events and that stuff. The lifestyle, yes, it was great, but every time I thought about doing another training, every time I thought about, selling someone another product, it just, my soul cringed at the thought. And it still kind of does, in fact. And what I really had to do was ask myself, do I want to keep doing this for the next 40 years? And the answer was flat out no. It was like there was this massive disalignment with who I am and what I believe and what I was doing to live the lifestyle that I thought I wanted. So I left the paycheck. The paycheck dwindled. It didn't instantly cut off, but it dwindled from quite a lovely paycheck down to very minimal. I'm not going to lie, I still do get paid from that company. That is the amazing thing about residual income. Amazing thing about multi-level marketing. You know, I put in 3 years of effort building and growing and bringing people into the community, and I do still get paid a small amount on that, which is lovely. Residual income is amazing in that aspect, but it went from this massive income that was giving me this incredible lifestyle down to, enough for a couple of dinners out a month. So it was very, very different for us. The paycheck dwindled away to nothing, and I began again, started over from scratch. I was lucky I had a really positive network of people, but I also lost a lot of that network moving into building Sexy Selfish. You know, the network that I created through the MLM didn't just automatically transfer over. I was really starting from scratch. Was it difficult? Yes, absolutely. It was so fucking hard. It was the roughest, hardest, most soul-crushing, back-breaking year of my life. Absolutely. I had so much self-doubt. I was questioning myself. Every day I'd wake up and be like, Aaron, what am I doing? Why do I think I can do this? Why did I make this decision? I would always constantly be questioning myself. But not once that entire difficult year last year, did I ever want to run back to the safety of the company that I had known, that I had been involved with? Never, ever, ever. I never had thoughts of going back to it. It was always a lot of self-doubt, but I was still moving forward. So I went from the highest of highs. I mean, private VIP dinner parties and exclusive places people can get to, travel, free holidays, all this incredible stuff, this lifestyle, new cars. I retired my husband, like the highest of highs, that what everyone puts on their pedestal, that whole like, I want to sit on a beach in Mexico and make money. I was sitting on a beach in Hamilton Island and making money. Like everything everyone else puts on their dream boards, I had. I went from the highest of highs literally to the lowest of lows. And it's like the whole eat, pray, love thing where like life has to completely fall apart so you can build it back up again. I got a huge paycheck. My husband and I were both retired. I guess technically we didn't have like normal full-time 9-to-5 jobs. We just ran our business. We were full-time parents, to nothing. To the money stopped coming in. The hustle wasn't there. And we had no money, we had nothing coming in, and we had mountains of stress. And there was this big financial gap between the lifestyle that we'd had and the lifestyle that we were adjusting to. So we had to both go back to work. I guess my husband went back to full-time work. He's a mechanic. He's an amazing mechanic. So he was lucky that everyone was headhunting and wanting him to work for them. So he tried a few different things. He worked in a winery. He did some work for a four-wheel drive shop. You know, he was doing a few different things, just kind of feeling it out. And then he started working for a trucking company, which he's enjoyed there the last 12 months. My husband had to go back and get a job. So after being a man and having 6 months retired and being there for every school drop-off, play groups, we would go for lunches out, you know, we'd have sex during the middle of the day. It was this amazing lifestyle to suddenly like back to the grind. It took a lot for us to kind of mentally and emotionally, not to mention financially, come back from that. And I had to adjust. With the support of my husband at home, I'd been running this business and going to meetings and doing this and doing that, and had, you know, someone there who was, we were really co-parenting. It was 50-50. Back to, okay, full-time mum mode. Full-time mum. This is what you do. You look after the children. That's it. Full-time mum mode. And it was really readjusting to like, oh my God, like not that I'm like just a mum again, but I've got to do this all the time. I don't have that flexibility and freedom that I had before. So we had some big financial gaps in our life. And all of this was while trying to grow Sexy Selfish, which is what you're watching at the moment. My brand Sexy Selfish was really my passion project and what was on my heart, and my way of helping people outside that sphere of multi-level marketing, outside that sphere of just one company, one brand, or that one team. I wanted to help so many more people. So that's what Sexy Selfish really started as. It was like, I want to help people, but you know, I want to do it for every MLM company, not just my MLM company. So Sexy Selfish was growing, but like a new business, the growth is slow. So we were doing all this, coping with all this, changing our life completely, going from this super high to this super low, all while trying to grow a new business. So yeah, if you look at my Facebook feed 3 years ago, it was all travel and dinners out and VIP drinks and new cars and toys and vacations. 1 year ago, it's a little less sparkly, like I'm not going to lie. It's not as fun, you know, we really had to make some adjustments, you know, we're not only with our mindset and our personal growth, but also just in our lifestyle as well. And now things are starting to move forward again. And I mean, it's not all champagne popping and Lamborghini rides and private helicopters. Like it's not this big sparkly glamorous thing like it was before, but it's us and it's ours, and it's completely and authentically real and raw and messy as we move through this. And what we have now and what we are building and growing through together is something no one else can take away. It is ours. Every part of it is ours from the ground up. And I think that's the real grit of being like an actual entrepreneur versus like something like in multi-level marketing, which you manage and you cultivate, but you don't own. This is ours. It's not all unicorns and rainbows, definitely not. And sometimes, actually, most of the time, it's a pretty crazy roller coaster. I mean, add into the fact we've still got 2 kids. We've actually got one child that has a disability. So that's like a whole nother ballgame, whole nother ballgame. But you make it happen, don't you? So this was the huge challenge that we needed. This was the big roadblock that the universe puts in front of you, so you push and grow through it. We did go through it, and we are completely different people now to who we were a year ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 12 years ago when we first got together. And I'm really proud of that, because we have changed. We have grown. We have, moved forward. I am really proud of that. Instead of staying stuck in fear, instead of staying exactly where we were, we changed. We decided to learn new skills. We decided to actually be humble and say, I don't know how to do this stuff, or I'm actually not very good at this, so I'm going to find mentors and work with people and learn to be better. We made sacrifices of not only our time, but money as well, to live a life that we felt truly connected to and excited about every single day. I have never been more excited about my life. And I will get out of bed in the morning passionate about what I have to do, instead of getting out of bed in the morning so I can run and take a photo of this product really early and timestamp it so people know that I get up super early to make my healthy, active lifestyle work, or whatever. It's like genuinely we're connected to the mission. We're excited about what we do. Every day we move forward. We make decisions that people don't totally understand at the time. And most people still probably think we're pretty crazy. But we grow together and we listen to our heart, and we trust that if it's not a hell yeah, if we don't really want it, it's a no, right? And if it's not a fuck yeah, it's a no. So don't be scared to take the leap. Yeah, from what you are doing right now, it might be comfortable, but if you know it's not what you really want to do, at some point it's going to get so uncomfortable that change is going to be inevitable. And yeah, it might be cold and uncomfortable for a while between what you knew and what is coming for you. But trust me, brighter days are ahead. Trust in yourself and know that the dreams you have inside you are there for a reason. They are meant for you. They are yours. You can do it.